G'day, welcome back to Art with Alison. Now I've just done a pour and that should be up already, I expect, on YouTube. And I'm just going to continue on in the same theme and do another in the same colours and see how differently they turn out. If they turn out differently at all, but usually they do. So the paints are the same as in my last video. I'll quickly go through as I'm pouring. So Araldo paints, any paints would be just as good, I'm sure. And this is Araldo Metallic Treasure. This one is just the cool red. This one is Metallic Ocean Blue. And then we just got the black. And there's also this one, and maybe this time, even though it is slightly, and you really should try and get your paints the same consistency. Having said that, this is slightly thinner, but I just love the colour, so I'll just pop a little bit in there in the middle because it is such a pretty bright colour. And now maybe a little bit more gold. It's probably easier with scooping it than pouring it out of those big containers because it's going into, I don't know, such a little container. I'm doing it down the sides. When you do it down the sides, it helps to stop the paints from mixing together. If you do it from the top and straight down, the paints will mix together a bit. Then it's called a dirty pour. And I was going to do black, wasn't I? And no, this isn't called a clean pour. Probably should be. But it's just helps stop the colours from mixing all together. A bit more gold. And more red. Black. Red and black together or next to each other look gorgeous, I think. I love that contrast. Blue. Maybe some red next to the blue. And I think that's enough. Move these out of the way a bit and bring this in. So I've got this on, there's just a little bit of masking tape and some little wooden push pins that just helps to keep your base from not getting all covered in paint basically. If you're going to sell them, it's nice to try and keep them not too messy. I mean, you know, they do get messy because it's all part of the process, but it's just one way you can try and prevent that. Okie doke. So, will I do a straight pour this time instead of the, no, because I want to see, we'll do them kind of the same and see what difference they make. So I'll do a ring pour. My fridge going. We've had a wild storm outside tonight. It seems to have quietened down now, thank goodness. Felt like the house was going to blow away before. Alright, that will do, and stop. And somehow they always seem to just tip over that little bit. So yeah, you need to try and get your centre as nice as possible, because that will get stretched out. So I just try and blend it in, get it. That's good. Wow, that blue's really standing out, and this one, the last one, the gold seemed to take over. But I think I purposefully didn't do quite as much gold, maybe, or as thick layers. Right, so now I'll just put some of this around the edges to help the paint pour to move without rolling over on itself. Excuse my dog noises, snorting around in the corner there. Well, not really in the corner, but I live with a house full of dogs, basically. And they do make a lot of noises, and I've also got some baby puppies, so you might hear some little baby puppy noises. I think they're all sleepy at the moment. Oh, I nearly dropped into the painting. Don't hold things over your painting. I keep saying. Love this blue, it's so beautiful. Not sure what colour it is. It's a blend of a few. I think it's probably did a pour with a lot of blues and then scooped it up and ended up with this mixture. It's what I think. It's been there for a while, so I can't remember. I do have quite a few pots of paints that I should use up. They generally keep quite well if they're well sealed. If they don't get any air in them, then they keep for a long time. As long as you haven't added water. I found paints that I've gone, in the early days I was adding water. I don't do that these days, or haven't done it for a long time. But when I was, and the paints that I've kept from those days, they've gone really watery, which is weird, really. They are not usable. Unusable. They're so watery. And they wouldn't have been like that when they were made. So I don't know if any of you guys had that happen to you. How have you gone? Please let me know actually in the comments. How do you go with storing your paints? And how, you know, the best methods you've found, and whether they last, what doesn't last. That would be interesting actually for everyone to read. You could also, I've got a Facebook group called Acrylic Pouring Amour for all artists at all levels. That's a good place to have a little discussion about such things. If you wanted to join that, that would be great. It's always good to, the more people we get on there, the better it will become. Basically, there's a lot of people who seem to be very shy. It'd be nice to have some more discussions and things would be great. Right, so I'll just give that another little torch. Basically just to pop the air bubbles. I found with the Iraldo paints it's different than the Liquitex paints. The Iraldo paints, I don't get those amazing bolded like cells. Mind you, I haven't used the Deco Art Extreme Machines either, and that's what contributes towards it. But I have found that the Liquitex paints are best for that sort of thing. Whereas, you know, because of the Floetrol, you do get some cells coming through. But I actually, you know, it is nice to have lots of cells sometimes, but I do quite like it sometimes not to have too many. I like to actually see the painting. Alright, chip it off this corner. Just going to the middle there because off you go, because just grab that over, because that way my push pins won't be sitting in it as much if it's in the middle. And off there. And the last one I left the two opposing corners like that in the blue. Should I do that again? Because that is rather beautiful again, isn't it? Yeah, why not? I like that. Chop it around that way because that looks fabulous. Like that. Try not to pop it in the paint if I can. So I just need, of course I used all that up, didn't I? There's a bit left in there. Just need a little bit more for that corner there. I don't know about, could get some off there as long as I don't catch that golden black that's next to it. Yeah, I like that. Get rid of that lump, I think. Yeah, okay, happy with that. Alright, I'll just give that one more torch and I think that will do it. Now remember too, you need to just whiz around underneath. I'm just collecting all these bits in another container because I will scrape up what's left on the on the mat. And you see, you know, you end up with, this would be like a really dark colour that can be used in another pour or even as a base coat. So you need, the reason for doing this is because the paint is still flowing and the weight of it on the sides is pulling it down, so the less weight there is on those sides the better. So by scraping it off the bottoms it helps to stop, helps to stop the paint from pulling around and down and off, otherwise you can come back and find your painting has completely changed. Okay, well, I'm happy with that one. I'll bring you in for a close-up. Okay, so here it is. Wow, that blue is just gorgeous. And the metallics are glistening away beautifully. And the red and the gold there look gorgeous. So here we are. Okay, thanks so much for watching. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give me the thumbs up. Okay, catch you again soon. Bye for now. You take care, keep safe, keep well. Bye. Here they are, both together, the ones I just done. You can see they are a bit different. Of course. The black seems to be a lot more pronounced in that one. The black and the gold. And this one's more blue and gold. I love them both. Okay. Bye for now.